Religion is one of the biggest constructs in the world today. With about 84% of the world affiliating with a religious group, we see that religion influences a lot of people in the world today. In my interviews, I chose to interview 3 people who don't necessarily affiliate with any specific religion to try and see what might have caused for them to think this way and what developmental factors might have influenced their decisions and their beliefs.
I'd say religion doesn't play all that much of a role in my life in the sense of like traditional institutionalized religion, because I don't really prescribe to any of those. But I am culturally, I was brought up Jewish, but I don't really believe in the traditional understanding of what God is. I do think there's something larger than ourselves, because I just have questions that can't be answered, and until I find a logical solution, I guess I'll just say I don't know.
Religion doesn't play a huge part in my life because, my dad is not religious, but my mother is Christian, and when I was younger, religion did play a larger part in my life, and my mom made me go to Korean church with her. And it was interesting because it was at a point in my life where I started to lose my ability to understand Korean, so I was going to church but not even understanding what people were saying. But yeah, overall I'm not really religious anymore.
I would say that the role that religion plays in my life is pretty small because I didn't have my parents didn't really enforce a strong religion on me, but that being said, I think that one way that it has played a large impact on my life is that my parents were both raised very religious, and so my interpretation of religion is very much sort of distorted by the memories of their religious upbringing. And I think that sometimes because I haven't had a strong religious background in my life, it sort of makes it very hard for me to empathize and relate to people who are really religious and try to understand the way that they view the world, because it is just such a drastic ideological difference. I really think so. And sometimes, I don't know, when I read about evangelicals or really extreme sects of Islam or really extreme sects of any religion, it's very hard for me to understand where they're coming from.
I went to elementary school with a lot of religious kids, and I was, I guess I wasn't shy to express the fact that I wasn't religious, but because of that, a lot of kids took it upon themselves to preach to me. So since I was young, I just soaked it all in, and I then was okay, I'm religious now, and I was going to church with my mother anyway. But then once I turned 13, I realized I kind of didn't believe in any one religion, and I realized I actually was more non-religious, so that was when I was 13.
I can't really remember any specific moments, but I do remember actually my mom always tells a story that when I was 3 years old, she said something about the tooth fairy to me, and I was there's no tooth fairy, there's no Santa, and there's no God. So I guess I've had these sort of thoughts for a while at this point, but I guess the process has really just been me critically thinking, and I'm a pretty logical person, and so I just think about it logically, and there isn't really any reason for me to just be there's this dude in the sky that is all powerful. It doesn't make sense to me.
So I think that people who are very religious, it just has a lot to do with the environment they were raised in, honestly. And if you grew up, honestly, if I were to be raised in an environment that was very religious, I would probably be a very religious person. I think it's just really kind of about environment. I don't think that there's anything innate in specific types of people that make them more religious than others.
I definitely see appealing aspects to religion, the sense of community and the, set of principles you develop from being a part of a specific religion, so I do see the appeal there. But personally, where I guess diverge from that belief is just I don't believe in God, but I do see the appeal of a strong community and I guess a set of ethical or principles.
I don't necessarily think that they'll change all that much, but that being said, I'm open to them changing if something happens that makes me believe something that I don't currently believe or change my beliefs.
I don't think I'll change my religious beliefs anytime soon. However, you never know. Like, sometimes stuff happens and people change. So I'll never say never, but I don't see me changing my religious beliefs anytime soon.
So I think that it definitely is possible that my views on religion change. Because the truth is that I haven't really spent a lot of time in a lot of like churches or mosques or synagogues or different places of worship. And so I feel like there's a lot of positive parts about religion that I was never exposed to. And I think that also there's definitely a chance that if I marry someone who's very religious and wants to raise our children, if I have children with that person religious, like I would think I would definitely respect that. And that would like I'd probably become a little bit more religious from like going to church with my family, or not necessarily church, but whatever like that place ended up being. So I think that